Our beloved 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to hardafseltzer.com today. Click on the store locator and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you.
We are gold for energy. Send it. Incoming. Put the money in the bag, man.
As I said, your paycheck is your thank you.
What's going on back there? This is awesome! Welcome to Earth! No. Who's flying the plane? Get cockpit. Go. God.
Black Rifle Energy, dropping near you.
Welcome to Drinkin Bros, presented by OmahaSteaks.com. Yeah, welcome to the Monday Morning Recap, everybody. Brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Also, if you're boozing on the weekends and gambling and whoring and all that other stuff, you might as well add some meat to that at omahasteaks.com/drinkinbros. Promo code drinkinbros at checkout. Going to get you 50% off site-wide and $45 off
DB
for our
Sports,
listeners.
baby.
No, it is Drinkin Bros.
Drinkin'
for
Bros
the entire
across the board
network.
now?
Across
All
the board now.
Thank God.
I asked for it across the board now because we all host multiple shows on the network, and it's easier. So it's like, dude, what are we doing with the 19 codes?
You stupid bitch with your old info.
Yeah, well, I told you, Bob. We were getting our own URL, like little gentlemen, and we're also getting our own promo code, okay?
Let's go.
That's going to be across the board there, because that's easier to remember. Let's face it, I'm dumb. Some of our listeners are dumb. And my bets were dumb over the weekends. We're in that weird part of the year where there's not a lot going on.
Dog days.
We're betting on golf, which, you know.
Everybody was in it this week.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody was in it this week.
Like 25 dudes within 3 or 4 shots.
But Joey Chestnut was the big one. And I lost on fake news. I don't typically lose on fake news. And I'm peed off about it. However, Joey himself did say at the presser afterwards, I'm in my 40s now.
I know.
And I
tried to warn
I might
you.
be slowing down. He said exactly what you said, by the way. I'm not kidding.
He hit the wall.
He hit the wall.
He's washed.
And he said 70 is a great number, but he was disappointed in himself and wanted more. I missed the over by a half a dog.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's almost like Vegas knew.
Somebody knew.
I think he was in on it.
No, he was not.
Just like that pitcher for the Indians. He was in on it.
Here's what we're not going to do, Bob.
What's that?
What?
We're not going to besmirch Joey Chestnut on my fucking program.
We sure aren't. We sure aren't,
You
dude.
understand? I am armed.
You don't think he's
All right,
like an NBA
7
player?
and this
betting
is
on his player
America.
props?
No, 17 mustard belts, dude, for that guy, and he wanted more. He tried. Did you see the last
Yeah,
one?
what do you get, like 50 grand?
I think he gets 100 or 150 is what he gets.
Make way more money just betting the under.
Well, I mean, you know,
Plus odds.
the max bet on my bookie was $60. So
Yeah.
I lost $60.
You know, he has a buddy stroll into a casino in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were
I don't
worried.
think he's got friends.
No, he does.
Somebody that eats like that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be a friend with a guy like that.
You wouldn't ride in a car with him? Windows up?
Not that weekend.
Would you share?
Because he told us the process. He came on the show in, what was it, 2019, I think?
Yeah.
He
2020, I think. Yeah.
One of those, yeah. He came on the show and he told us the whole process. So he gets a hotel in I think it was in Midtown or something like that, somewhere nice, right, in New York. And he takes the train over to Coney Island and does the whole thing, the prep, and then he eats all that shit, and then he has to stick around for an hour afterwards to do interviews.
Ugh.
After. And then he takes the train back, and he said he sleeps for 4 hours, and he wakes up and he doesn't stop shitting.
Yeah.
For however long. I don't remember how long he said.
He
was
said
like,
4 or 5 hours?
Yeah. Just like, I mean, it's 25,000 calories.
Yes.
It is 10 days worth of food in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a
Correct.
sacrifice.
Can you imagine what would happen to him on the subway back if he's sleepy? He ate so much.
I know.
He's got the itis, and he falls asleep. And
Daniel Penny gets him?
Someone lights that on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Penny gets him, dude?
No, he was talking about the woman that
Shits
got
out?
lit on fire.
Yeah.
With all those nitrates in his body, it would have blown that whole. That would have been a second 9/11.
It would have been.
Yeah.
It would be tantamount to a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's a walking combustion.
And
at that
nobody
point.
would have known what it was either. Just like somebody blew up the train and Joey Chestnut was on there. They would never have put that fucking together that it was his own ass.
Not to
Correct.
give Iran any ideas,
Yeah.
but
His own ass betrayed
Spontaneous
him.
combustion.
I know, but
You don't want to get betrayed by
champion.
your own ass. Is what I'll
Champion.
say, yeah.
That happens to
Champion.
me all the time, Dan.
That's your lifestyle.
No, it's not lifestyle. It's disease.
It is.
It's Rob's lifestyle, really.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. He does it to himself.
The integrity of Rob's asshole is in question.
it's tight as ever, buddy.
There's no way.
No.
There's no way.
Good to go.
He-
Every time I
he's
ask
got a-
where Rob is, it's the bathroom.
He's taking shit. Yeah, he tied a slip knot in it, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure did.
All you got to do is go into the fucking seam and just sewing needle with a hook on it.
Yep.
And you just run some Kevlar around that bitch, right?
Oh, yeah.
You just put a little ratchet strap on.
That's what the doctor in Guatemala did.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure did.
So you don't ever have to worry about your butthole.
No, I'm fine.
No, yours is.
mean,
yours is good.
Smart to do Keigels still, but
Yeah, that's always.
What do they call them for dudes?
Kegels.
Is it
Still
really?
that?
yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I want it to be something else. So can we think of something else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hegels.
Kegels is fine.
Hegels, yeah.
Kegels
But that's
is
too
fine.
close to Hegel.
Yeah.
And then people are going to start talking about dialectics and shit.
Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard.
No, dialectics.
Okay. But greatest athlete of all time, obviously. Yes.
The greatest athlete of
17
all
belts.
time. The debate. We can list them off. Jesse Owens got to be one because of the impact. We don't know actually how good of an athlete he was because if you look at his high jump versus like high school high jumps now, he couldn't compete. I mean, he could with enough training because he obviously was more athletic than a high schooler. But back then, they just didn't know how high they could jump, right?
It's not that. You don't have the training or the protein or the discipline or anything else.
No. It's no. You see it even within short time periods. So the first guy ran a 4-minute mile, and then like 20 other people did it 2 weeks from then, right? And what had nothing to do with the food. Nobody believed they could do it.
It was a mental block.
Yeah, it was like a mental block. That happens in sports all the time. Somebody does something, and then everybody just starts fucking doing it.
They used to freak the people out by saying your heart would explode if you ran under 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I watched the movie.
It was like it was
a great movie.
It was like
You gotta
fucking
watch
Reefer
it.
Madness or something. It was crazy.
I took
But
my kid to watch it. It was a fantastic
He's
movie.
got to be in that conversation. Jim Thorpe's got to be in the conversation because he could literally play
Freak.
everything.
Played
He's
everything.
a freak.
Yeah.
And have you seen that dude's legs?
Oh, yeah.
He had Lou Gehrig legs. I mean, it's fucking crazy, right? Babe Ruth doesn't count.
Bo
Jim Brown?
Jackson.
Jim Brown's got to be in there.
I've got Babe Ruth in the conversation. I'm sorry, man.
I just can't do it.
The fences were 500 feet.
And he's slamming dogs himself.
In Polo Grounds, it was 450 to center field, but it was 218 down the lines.
Although, in Ruth's defense, back in when he played, if your ball hooked around the foul pole, it wasn't a home run.
That's right. Yeah, it had to go straight.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
No.
No.
Oh, I didn't know
There was
that.
all kinds of dipshit rules.
So
Yeah.
how many did it lose because of that?
Some for sure. I don't know how many. They don't know how many.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But again, like people like him and he and Josh Gibson were probably commensurately talented, but who were the pitchers? Like there were some great pitchers. Walter
Milkman.
Johnson was allegedly throwing 100 miles per hour back then.
Dock workers.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of hobos
But
on
Yeah,
the
but
Walter was
like-
like towards the end of his career.
He was playing against all whites. He was the only black athlete in baseball.
But take every sport now. There is specialized position camps for every
Yeah,
single
it's retarded.
sport. Like every single one. If it's soccer, there's a goalie camp. If you want to be a forward, there's a forward camp. If in
hockey
football
fight camps.
yes,
Yeah.
there's a kicking camp.
Hockey fight camp
which
is
didn't
just
exist.
fucking kindergarten in Florida. That's
Specialized camps, how, kids are going to eventually off themselves, I think.
But I think
Well, maybe.
I think you got to like list the criteria for the best athlete ever because part of it has to be. We've talked about this before. But part of it has to be the combination of skill, talent, and drive. Those three things specifically, right? So talent is being able to jump out of the gym or whatever, run fast, or you're strong. Skill is doing the work to hone that. And then drive is like, I'm not fucking losing. So I think about that. This is why, for me, LeBron is not in that conversation of GOAT.
Okay.
Right? Because he didn't have that, in my opinion. You never see it. He's always like, something fucking happens and he starts blaming people. Jordan never did that. Jordan always fucking, he would go to the guy after and blame him for sure.
Yeah, during practice.
But never in the media, never out
The
in
key
public.
is to not make the finals if you're not going to win.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because if you log all his losses to the Pistons, it doesn't look great.
I mean, it's sorry LeBron made the finals and lost.
Right.
But he also had a dipshit team before then.
Oh, he had such a
team to the
derpy
finals.
team with the Cavs at first.
Yeah, exactly. He also started playing it, 18s to 23 or whatever.
Yeah, and he was in the East too, which is like good for you.
Where do you guys realistically have LeBron?
I think LeBron is a top 5 player. I think he's the most physically talented human being that I've ever seen play sports.
He's probably the best pure athlete that's ever.
But with a God-given body.
Yeah,
but that's part of it.
That's it.
It is part of it.
I don't think anybody comes close to him in that regard.
Gassed up LeBron on the Heat.
I don't think Jordan comes close. You
body-wise? Are you saying body?
Yeah.
Oh,
Gassed up LeBron and gassed up Barry
300
Bonds
pounds.
are the two best athletes I've ever seen.
I agree.
Right, by far. I don't think it's even close to either one of those dudes. But as far as GOAT goes, Jordan he had all three of those things that are important in my opinion. So maybe it's subjective. And then Kobe also, not that he was ever considered. No, Kobe's never been in the GOAT conversation.
He shouldn't.
People talk about that, but somebody on where was it? I don't know if it was Fox Sports or somebody started posting all these like top 10 lists from throughout.
A lot of flies because of the floods. Sorry.
Somebody posted a bunch of top 10 lists of the top 10 players in the game at the time, right? Or from the 2000s or 2010s. Kobe's name is never in the top 10.
He's certainly a top 10 Laker.
Well, yeah, that's not that hard for any franchise.
I
even
got
the Lakers.
I got him.
He probably is, right? Yes. He's better than Michael Johnson, right?
Who?
What's his nuts?
Magic Johnson?
No, he's not better than Magic Johnson.
No, not Magic
Yes, he
Johnson.
is.
Michael
He's not.
Thompson.
Yes,
Klay
he is.
Thompson's dad.
Okay.
Right? I'm just thinking of the Showtime Lakers and the guys who were like, he's better than Kurt Rambis for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Kobe's
right?
4. So it goes.
No.
Yeah.
Kareem?
It's Kareem, it's Magic, it's Shaq, then it's Kobe.
Yeah, I'd say that's about right.
I don't think so.
Who worthy? Who do you think comes before Kobe?
No, he's saying Kobe's higher.
I got Kobe
I know, that's what I'm
higher.
saying.
I got Kobe at 1.
He's not
I
better
see.
than Kareem.
5 titles.
Who cares? Bill Russell has how many titles? Is
10.
he ever in the conversation?
He's always in the conversation.
Bill Russell's not even remotely a top 20 player in
That
the
is
NBA.
fucking insane.
Titles don't mean that much if the talent is just like whatever. Like Bill Russell's great, but he's not a top.
Well, he was also like taller than everybody.
and also his
not
team
his
was
fault.
team was loaded.
But so was the guys you just mentioned. Dude, that Magic Johnson team,
James
that
Worthy,
starting 5
Michael-
was fucking insane.
Michael Thompson, Klay Thompson's dad,
Yes.
Kurt Rambis, and then obviously Magic and Kareem. Who else is on
Byron
that team?
Scott?
Byron Scott's on that team.
I think you're just forgetting how good Magic was.
Magic was great. I've
He's
got him.
a-
By the way, I've got Magic at 2. I've got Kareem at 3. Here's why: because he played in Milwaukee earlier.
Shaq was
So,
also like the most dominant player ever.
Kareem didn't go to the Lakers until he was older. Like,
I can't. It's hard to put Kobe above them. Yeah, Kobe's got 5 titles, but he's got 2.
but he was with
Finals MVPs.
Kareem. Kareem was with the Bucks for a long time, and then came there when he was older. If you watch that HBO show, which is very good, Showtime, he didn't go there until he was older. So like,
Yeah, he was 31 maybe, I think.
Yeah.
But he
Wait.
played there for like 12.
7
Kobe had the
years?
same problem
So-
as Iverson. He wasn't
it was
like
31.
super efficient. he would
Magic
take a lot of shots.
Magic and Shaq both have more Finals MVPs than Kobe does.
Sure.
Yeah,
3.
but Kobe
each,
was the
right?
one passing him the fucking ball.
But Jordan has.
Yeah, Jordan has 6. Jordan has the most.
Yep.
I'm talking about Lakers.
Yeah.
I got Kobe is number 1 Laker. Number 2 would be Magic. Number 3 would be Shaq. Number 4 would be Kareem. Only
He had
because
the
Kareem,
most points until LeBron.
and because Kareem didn't play that long. But LeBron hasn't played there that long. So it's like he's only played there 4 years,
Yeah.
5 years.
No, I mean
I wouldn't
like
put LeBron
in
on the Lakers list.
No.
entirety of
What's
his
he got, 5
career.
years
he had the
there?
most
5
points
years,
than
yeah.
LeBron.
He's not
No.
a Laker. He's never
No.
been a Laker.
But this conversation came up over the weekend because I don't because of podcasts, and I mentioned this on Ross Patterson Revolution.
And there's nothing going on. We cannot stress
that's what I'm
how
saying.
little is going on in sports.
But that's the thing is like I said this 6 months ago on Ross Patterson Revolution. With less entertainment being made, we're all focused on sports and live sports and everything else. Therefore, more people are doing podcasts and then telling cool stories on podcasts. The stories that are popping up about Jordan that come up in my feed that I didn't know that weren't in The Last Dance, that brilliant documentary that won the Oscar and all the other shits, are fucking insane. I just saw one over the weekend where the things that Jordan would do to fuck with people were like he bet this one guy 40 points a game and then stayed in the game to do it, and it was over $400.
He's a psycho.
That's what I'm saying.
$400.
Me personally, as far as all the athletes that have ever existed, there are three to me that I feel had all three of those things: Maddox, Barry Bonds, and Michael Jordan. They were fucking psychotic.
Tiger
I
Woods.
guess,
Yep.
huh?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger, that's a good one. Yeah,
Tiger's
Tiger Woods,
psycho,
you're right.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
the combination of having the natural talent, developing the skill, and then being a goddamn psycho about winning. Those I would add him too. Yeah, those four guys, at least in my lifetime. I don't know if anybody else has ever been like that.
There's one other one. If you're going to go to golf.
Oh yeah, Djokovic.
Yeah.
He's
And
a
he did it
lunatic
against,
too.
Like, it's the equivalent of Jordan doing it against, I don't know, LeBron. And
Well, he did it against Magic and then against the
sort of. They were kind.
Right.
He did beat Magic in a final.
in the first
Joker
one.
just won too as well.
Yeah,
so he
Joker
just
won,
advanced
and
in Wimbledon.
Sinner's down 2 sets right now.
Yeah, but Joker's at a disadvantage
Taste
right
it,
now.
Sinner.
Like he's not going to win this tournament. It would be a huge upset, I think, if he won this tournament.
You'd have to beat Alcaraz.
Yes, Alcaraz is
on
playing
grass.
very
Good
well.
fucking luck.
He's playing very
But
well.
anything can happen.
Yeah, but the stories that are coming out about Jordan, you will never ever be able to change my mind about Jordan being one.
No.
That's
There's a-
fine.
there's a lot of-
I think he's going to do it himself, though. Stay off TV, Michael.
Yeah.
Don't come to
Let the-
He already signed the deal.
Yeah,
I know,
let
but-
the legend
Yeah,
exist.
right. Yes, he already signed the
the
deal.
mysticism
Why?
around
You're
him is
worth
just going
$3
to
billion,
dissipate.
dude. Start a podcast and
Don't
let-
even
and
don't
edit
no,
it.
don't
And
do
edit
that
it.
No,
either.
don't do it either.
I don't want to hear a single word from Michael.
Do the Sean Connery route. Just go away,
Yeah.
die, and that's it.
Let everyone speak of your legends.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's the problem, by the way, with being that is that all those dudes were psychotic, incredible. Although actually, I don't know if Max can be included in that because he seems like a well-adjusted human being.
Well, he's
None of those
autistic as shit.
What?
He's one. If you listen to the Clubhouse stories, he is not well adjusted. He's a fucking
No,
lunatic.
Yeah,
and
but
he doesn't do
he's-
any media
he's
whatsoever.
not-
I don't hear anything other than legends of
He's
him.
not divorced. There's no like crazy.
Not that
like,
kind of
bad
psychotic,
family.
but yeah, fair enough.
Like,
it didn't
the other-
drip into his personal life.
It dripped into all those other
Yeah.
guys' personal lives for the
Well, I don't know
most
about
part.
Bond's story. What was his story?
He's just a dick in general.
He's always been a
Everyone
dick,
fucking
yeah.
hates him.
I heard he was a good hitting coach, though.
I could see that.
great.
But like even the other players who played with Jordan be like, he was intense, but we got the job done. Everyone else who played with Bonds is like, I fucking hate him.
Well, how many World Series did he win?
Bonds? 0.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why.
Giants won 3 without him.
Yep.
That's why. That's the only
yeah.
reason why.
Yeah.
Even if in that 0-1 series, if they had won, all those dudes would have shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But it never happened, right? 92 heartbreaking playoff.
Yeah.
His weak ass arm couldn't get fucking the
Fucking
slowest Sid Bream, the slowest human being
Still
on
was
earth.
not really his fault. If you look at his stats that year where he broke the record, it's astronomical. Like it's Gretzky level in baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, but so
it's going to be unachievable.
There, to the point though, there have been players who had the drive, but they didn't have one of those other things. Like maybe they really worked on a skill, like Ozzie Smith, for example, had great hands,
Yeah.
but couldn't hit. So he's not going to be in that conversation.
Still got a World Series.
Yeah, but not because of him.
yeah, but the Braves are loaded. Like that pitching staff should have won more than one title.
They should have won 8.
Yeah.
But like I don't fault
But the
them for
drive.
that because it's baseball.
Yeah,
Right.
baseball is different, but the drive is the thing that I look for too. It's like,
Same here.
are you crazy enough to do? Are you Ronnie Lott? Will you amputate your fucking pinky so you can stay in the season and play in that '88 Super Bowl?
Probably not.
Yeah, I am. I'm that way in business and in life. Like, if you want my fucking, you want an exit sale on Hard AF? Great. You can take my fucking pinky right now.
0 in the stink then.
Right now.
You just gotta go
I
and-
will sacrifice 0 in the stink for the rest
Or
of
you
my
gotta
life
use
and
the
take
other
my
hand.
fucking finger
You got to go
out.
ring finger, I guess.
Or go
Yeah.
5 in the stink with the
Yeah,
other
I mean,
hand.
does it have to be dominant side pinky or what are we talking
No.
here?
Get a
No.
get a
Because
prosthetic.
it's hard for me to do that right-handed. Like I'm a lefty, I gotta go.
Just have your
shotgun
wedding
left.
ring vibrate, you know?
Yeah, that'll work.
That's a good idea.
That'll absolutely work.
But LeBron has 2.5. He's close. He just doesn't have, in my opinion, the personal accountability like Jordan did. If he did, or like Kobe did. Not to say that he doesn't work hard. He obviously does. He's like he might be the most skilled basketball player I've ever seen.
His problem is he's corny as hell.
Yes.
Well, that's it, right?
Yeah.
He has no like sense of irony, which means he takes himself way too seriously, which means he doesn't have the opportunity.
No.
He was the chosen one since he was 16.
You have to criticize yourself to get better. That's how it works.
To
right?
be fair, Jordan played in a sort of pre-irony, pre-social media era where
Yeah,
he didn't
sure,
have to
yeah.
have a sense of humor.
Nothing
about
was
himself.
criticized.
Yeah.
You could, and no, but here's the thing: you could do it now. There is actors that do it now that don't have social media. We know nothing about their lives, and they're great.
Yeah. But for LeBron's part, if you want to, again, this is the last thing I'll say on this because this isn't necessarily his fault. The fact that he stayed in the game and stayed healthy the entire time, for the most part, he's had a bump here or there.
Yeah.
But he didn't take a year off here and then 2 years off here. Playing at that level of intensity like Jordan did, maybe LeBron would have not been this good later in life.
Maybe.
Or-
Although,
or-
also, can you even imagine how much shit LeBron would have got if he just quit in the middle of his prime for 2 years?
probably the same amount that Jordan. Well, Jordan's dad died, so he had an excuse. Not to say that that was the excuse. I'm just saying the media didn't give him a hard time because of that.
Yeah,
right?
but like they would have given LeBron a harder time than Jordan got.
Yeah, because he's unlikable.
He's unlikable.
That's his fault.
Yeah.
It's
to be
also
fair,
Jordan's fault though. Like that's the only thing that takes Jordan out of the GOAT debate for me is you just took 2 years off in your prime.
Yeah.
Well,
2 years off.
I mean, technically 3, because after that 98 season, he was still in his prime. What was he, 34 years old or some shit like that? He scored 30.1 points per game that year.
I had a conversation over the weekend. I want to ask you guys about this because this relates to exactly what you said at the top of the show with that homeboy gambling on himself. There was another friend of mine over the weekend who was just like, he was forced out of that for gambling.
Yeah, the shadow ban.
I don't know if
believe
that's
that.
true or not. And I said,
I don't believe that.
That's what I said.
Like,
I go,
what would be- what would
he
be the
asked me,
point?
and I go, we've had a ton of famous athletes on the show. You and I are friends with a bunch of them in real life. No one has confirmed that story.
What would be the point? Like, you think about it from
financial,
from the
all of
league's
it. I agree.
perspective, your best player, you're going to sit him out, but not actually punish him.
Right.
Not public. Like, no, 100% that didn't happen.
It's a stretch.
In my opinion, they did the same
And then
exact
allow
thing
him
with Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, and then allow him to stay in basically the same organization.
Yep.
Reinsdorf's organization to go
Yeah.
play baseball and get paid still. Get the fuck out of here.
Also,
No way
big
that happened.
development over the weekend. LeBron has picked up golf. Like he can actually hit the ball now.
I don't care.
It's round 2.
I don't
But I'm
care.
saying we can get the matchup, right? LeBron versus Jordan in
the
like
only way
5
to
years.
decide.
Jordan will
Yeah.
beat him in golf.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But 5 years from now, maybe you get a little
Jordan's
kind of
a little more
like
broken down.
Yeah.
TNT. Charles calls it.
Yeah.
He'll be 70.
As long as Charles isn't playing, because nobody wants to see that shit.
He fixed his hitch.
No, he didn't.
I
There's
mean,
no way to fix that.
No.
You just got to retire.
He has the worst odds in the American Century this weekend.
does he?
Yeah.
Of course he does. He does every year.
I wonder if Urlacher's playing out. I'll throw some money on Brian.
Probably.
What's Urlacher's handicap? Like 8 or 9 or something like
I
that?
think it's a little lower. I think he's kind of respectable.
Well, he plays every fucking day.
Yeah,
He plays
should
like
be
4 days
better.
a week.
Yes. So does Mark Wahlberg. Every fucking day he plays.
Mark sprints it.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
He plays in 2 hours.
Correct. On an empty course.
He's got to get to lunch mass. There's breakfast mass, then he does 2 hours of golf, then lunch mass. And
Is that like a Hobbit thing or what is that?
No, you got to pray, dude.
he goes? He's very Catholic.
Do you not pray when you get up? You should go to the Hallow Up, bro. It sounds like you need.
You don't want to hit that 6 a.m. Catholic mass with all the old people?
Yeah, dude.
I don't really care for old people.
You
You ever seen Logan's Run?
Pray it up?
No.
Check it out sometime.
Okay. I'll just always have fond memories of serving a 6 a.m. mass and just being like, oh my God, all of your funerals are going to be next week.
Yeah, what are you doing here? You got 7 seconds left to live.
Smells like bitch in here.
It sure does.
Go do something else.
It sure does. Yeah, golf-wise over the weekend.
2-time winner now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Brian Campbell. I refuse to even acknowledge him, honestly.
I didn't know who it is.
Ryder Cup? Second win this year?
Look, just combine the fucking leagues. Just get Liv and this other shit
It's
together.
not how that
we
works.
can't watch
this.
this
I mean, this is a
anymore.
lesser event. So John Deere. No one cares about John Deere.
I don't care. We need more talents, and that was fucking awful.
Homa
this weekend.
blew it, really. He should have won this week.
No shit. But he didn't,
Yeah.
and we all lost. And yeah, dude.
It happens, dude. People, I guess since we've been on this little run for 3 straight weeks of wins.
No, 4 out of the last 6 weeks.
Well, whatever.
Yeah.
People are starting to bet on golf with us now, and I guess they just expect us to win every week. It's not like that, guys.
Yeah,
No,
dude,
it is.
golf
It
is-
is.
you know,
We'll win. We'll win.
Golf,
again.
so
We just need people back.
golf is it's good to gamble on because you can hedge pretty effectively. But the winner is a lottery pick usually, right?
He's very good. Delco is very good at hedging. His live lines over the weekend. I wish you would post them. Are very good. I post all my shit to start it, but I don't
have
live
Brian
line
Campbell.
golf that much.
Didn't have Brian Campbell.
I don't think anybody did, to be honest with you here. We got some sponsors here real quick that put this shit wagon on the air. First and foremost, mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch. Get into the action today with mybookie.com. Daddy's a little stuffed up today. I got caught out in the rain with the kids multiple times this weekend. Holy shit. Was that fucking insane this weekend, man?
Yeah. A lot of people got caught up in the
Because
rain
you and
this
I
weekend.
live closer down the road, and Dan, you were out of town. When I say buckets out of nowhere, like we were on the field, crystal clear weather, buckets to where I could not see in front of my face. That happened to me 3 fucking times this weekend. I'm sick. I've got all the allergies, all the things, and prayers out to everybody here. But
Horrible weekend.
horrible weekend. This is the first 4th of July ever. We didn't light any fireworks because it was pouring down rain. So
Yeah.
all of us are fucking. Wife is sick, kids are sick. All of us. It was horrific. So forgive my voice today, but man, we got a lot of stuff to bet on. It's just not now. Fucking A.
Yeah.
It's live casino time as well.
Yeah,
Live
it is. It's time to play
casino.
blackjack at the mybookie.com live.
We got
casino.
the Scottish Open this weekend, so that'll be a little
Tune
fun.
up.
Tune up for the British.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the dog days. However, we're 50 days from college football. NFL preseason kicks off in 3.5 weeks. And yes, I bet on the opening game. So at least we got that coming. Tell us about the live casino.
The live casino, you can go to the mybookie.com live casino. There's a little tab up top that says live casino. There's also a casino tab, so you want to go to live casino. And they have live blackjack and live roulette. It's basically like, I like to say, it's like playing blackjack over Zoom. Essentially, it's a live dealer on camera. It's not like a computer casino game. It is a human being dealing cards. You just pop
Roulette
in,
too?
play, roulette. Yeah. It's sweet, man. I highly recommend checking it out. And I think minimum bet is like 25 or something like that. We're dropping hundreds though on our minimum bets. So yeah, but I think it's 25 is the minimum. It's a blast. It's a good time, and it's completely legit. Highly recommend checking it out.
Yeah, dude. And they're the best in the business. So you're not going against computers or algorithms or any of that bullshit. It's real people, and then they'll mute their side so you can't scream at them. They'll give you some smirks and some whatnots if you made the wrong decision.
Yeah, and how you know it's real is sometimes the cleaning crew will come in and vacuum. So that's too elaborate to be a hoax.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That happens like once a session. Yeah.
Really?
They keep it pretty clean. Run a
Someone
tight
comes
ship.
in with the vacuum and cleans it up. They're like, hold on, we got to take a break. They're vacuuming.
Confirming that we do have our own URL here. Yes, we do. All right, here we go. Next up is omahasteaks.com/Drinkin Bros. 50% off site-wide for their 4th of July sale. Still going on. I want to say for maybe the next week and a half. I've got a call with them this afternoon.
Look, if you see it.
Yeah, it's
You
there.
see it on the site.
Take advantage of it. I'm on there right now. I'm looking at it right now. 50% off with the promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout over there. They got everything, dude. The Smashburgers that are built for the grill are amazing. The fan favorite is the filet mignon. It is USDA certified tender, which is their big award out there. They've also got a ton of other varieties to choose from as far as meats go. Chicken, pork, steak, juicy burgers, desserts, delectables, and more over there. You can get $45 off and 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com/Drinkin Bros. Promo code Drinkin Bros. Get you that extra $45 off. Was over at a neighbor's house for 4th of July with the kids, and they ran through those Smashburgers, man. There's no condiments needed on those things. They're that good, for Christ's sake. So, yeah, go ahead and check them out at omahasteaks.com/Drinkin Bros. And you're good to go over there. Next up is drinkinbrostickets.com. Drinkinbrostickets.com's got everything you need. Sports, music, entertainment, rodeos. You want fucking monster truck series? They got everything over there. If you want to go to stand-up comedy, they got it. $10 off than StubHub. Let's face it. That's the big sell over there. Head on over to drinkinbrostickets.com. And last but not least, hardafseltzer.com. Click on the store locator, enter your city or zip. It'll take you to the closest location nearest you. And guess what, kids? We got Tall Boys coming soon at the end of August. We'll let you know those details when they roll out. I know we're selling out everywhere, and we got our biggest order ever in right now. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and support us, support the show by buying a 12-pack. Speaking of football here, as far as Aaron Rodgers is concerned here, the notes out of camp, Will Howard says Rodgers is helping him. He's been a model teammate. He's been in every single OTA. They're expecting big things from the team. TJ Watt is not there. That's the only holdout right now. I'm pretty high on the Steelers, but Vegas isn't for some reason.
This is how Aaron Rodgers gets his hooks in. He's just trying to recruit people to have, clearly he wants to, I don't know if have sex with Will Howard is the right way to put it, but have sex near Will Howard.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so,
He wants to be able to smell it
Yeah.
as it's happening.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Not like after or anything like that.
Yeah.
So there's
This
only
is-
one way to really do that.
He's honeypotting people into a sex yurt right now, and he's going to be great.
He's
at
fooling
first.
you right now.
Model
Again.
teammate, blah blah blah. Next thing you know, Aaron Rodgers and Aubrey Marcus are double stuffing your girlfriend while you play a didgeridoo in the corner.
And there's
thank them for it.
There's some small possibility that this whole move was Aaron and Aubrey trying to get at Paul Skeens.
Really?
He's also in Pittsburgh.
I'll support it.
And he's got a hot wife, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
sure
know.
does.
I don't know what's her name?
Living
He
on.
hasn't put a ring on it yet, so
Oh, so they're just getting engaged.
Why not?
I don't think engaged yet.
I don't think they're
I don't
engaged.
think they're
just
engaged
boyfriend,
either,
girlfriend.
yeah.
I mean,
There's
I
a
would,
lot of hot girls in the world.
Well, they're like 20, so
She might be an asshole, or he might be an asshole.
she's perfect though.
Yeah, she's literally.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah. They love her.
Physical perfection ends.
It sure
but
does.
The ability
She's
to
so
grow
funny, though.
with some. Oh my god!
Yeah, she is really funny.
You should just kill yourself right now. It's over.
I follow her on Instagram, and it's hard to masturbate because I'm laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's that funny.
Didn't they do? Wasn't there like a run in like season 24 of South Park where Cartman was pretending that girls were funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. They're not.
I thought it was pretty early on when they discovered boobs.
Yeah, way too early.
When Bebe gets boobs.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Ata, or whatever the fuck. I think it was Ata.
Yeah.
Other top news here: Darren Waller is unretiring
Because he got traded to Miami, right?
Yes.
Look, that's how bad the Raiders suck.
Well, the Raiders got Pete Carroll, and they said he's changing the entire culture there. The players love
Yeah,
him.
but like, this is how bad the Raiders have sucked since Chucky left the first time, basically, right? What was that,
They
20?
made the Super Bowl in 02.
I don't think it's that. It's like Vegas is fun to
With his
visit.
team.
I don't know if Vegas is fun to live in. Miami's fun to live in.
It's okay. It's hot as fuck in the summer,
It's hot.
but if you're a
It's
football
really
player,
hot.
you don't have to be there in the
But
summer.
Miami's fun to live in all year round.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody shows
It's
up
hot
to those
there
games.
too, yeah. And nobody's at the games.
Like if you're, it depends on what gets you
Fans
off,
don't
I
care.
guess.
That's not true. The Dolphins fans show out. It's like Miami is a bad sports city, but the Dolphins have all of Southern Florida, and they travel for the games.
They come out of the swamps
Yeah.
to root for the Dolphins. Yeah, like obviously,
ticket prices are low, guys.
like South Beach people aren't Dolphins fans.
No.
Right? Like it's the others.
But somebody from like Jupiter is
yeah,
coming
yeah.
down.
That guy, absolutely
Huge
white denim
Dolphins
and a
fan.
Dan
Miami
Marino
ranked
jersey.
24th in attendance. However,
They never got
the
blacked
difference
out.
between 24 and like 15 is 2,500 or something like that. So it's not that big a deal.
It's probably just stadium size.
Stadium size might be part of it. Hold on, let's see. It doesn't show that here. But Cowboys, guess the average attendance for a Cowboys game.
100,000.
No, it's probably 80.
I'm gonna go
92, 972.
Holy
It's a big venue.
shit. Yeah, but still, you gotta love your team to show up.
Yeah,
got
but that's the
standing
thing. The Cowboys suck. You know who's number 2 on that list?
Who?
The goddamn Jets.
Yeah.
And guess who number 3 is? The
Who?
goddamn Giants.
Come on.
That's MetLife, though. It's people want to come to visit the Cowboys games.
Yeah, that's
like you
true.
want to check out the stadium.
MetLife Stadium
MetLife
sucks dick.
but it's New York.
And both of those teams
Suck
play in
dick.
that stadium. And they both suck, and they both play in that shit stadium, which is hard to get to.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to get to from New York, but if you're just some piece of
You're a
Jersey,
North Jersey guy.
yeah, which is who's going to those games?
Numbers 4 and 5 and 6 are Green Bay, Denver, and Kansas City, and those all make sense.
Yeah,
Every
Yeah.
single one of those. Because
the Chiefs games are sold out every week.
Denver, even when they've been bad, that fan base has never
Yeah,
taken
it
a
just
day
sounds
off
like
either.
stadium size too.
That's probably part of it. I don't know. That Denver
no.
stadium's not huge.
No, man.
Because where's Philly? Because Philly sells that every game.
Yeah, but
Philly's
Philly fans
16th,
are
but
die
they're-
hard, dude. Like, they're die hard.
Yeah, Philly's stadium isn't as big though.
It isn't as big.
They're-
We've been to every single stadium in America.
Yeah, also, yeah, they're at right at 70,000 a game.
Yeah.
They're like
Because that's like max capacity.
they're like
It is,
100.
yes.
They're like 120 behind the Saints, something like that.
But that's
so.
max capacity of that stadium. They should have built a bigger stadium.
Yeah. Well, they sell SRO now. It used to be 65 there, I think.
Yeah.
Link's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah,
I
Link's
do too.
good. It's a really good place to tailgate too. I like the way they
we
have
love it.
all the awnings.
We
and
love going there,
parking lot
man.
area.
It's we've always had a fucking blast at that stadium.
been a
and
while.
It's beautiful. We went there shits. I think 8 times in 4 years.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Army Navy.
We'll probably
Army, Navy, and then the Eagles. The Eagles have been good, so
Yeah.
we went to a couple of those
We'll,
games. with
we'll
Freddie Mitchell.
probably be going. Yeah, we need to hook up with Freddie. We're probably going back now that Hardy F is blowing the fuck up in Pennsylvania. We're gonna
Delco?
do something.
Oh yeah, well we
Take
are.
it.
We're
Delco.
going back on the 27th for the Penn State.
No, well, I mean
whiteout game.
to the link.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'm looking at this here. For Darren Waller, I don't think you guys know this or probably understand it. God, these fucking gnats are everywhere. The flood is driving out like every bug in America.
Everybody,
here.
dude, I've just got my house sprayed and I'm
So
full of
did I.
bugs now because
Same.
they're all just fleeing the
It's-
flood.
Yes, they're all fleeing the flood.
At least the crickets aren't coming back.
So forgive me.
It's fucking silverfish.
Knock on
Drive
wood.
me insane.
But with Darren Waller, do you guys remember that he dropped a rap song?
I did not.
It was so awful. And he thought that was going to be his new career as a rapper, and I'm not kidding.
Was it Will Smith type rap where he didn't curse?
No, have you seen the Will Smith song?
Will
Oh
Smith
yeah, I
doesn't
forgot Will
curse.
Smith had a new song.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Mm.
He is 60 years old, and he dropped a song called "I Like Pretty Girls."
Well, he
He
likes pretty
does.
girls, yeah.
I think Will Smith fucks.
Yeah, what's the problem
Not
with
his
that?
wife, but he does fuck.
And his wife. But with this, I think he looked at the rap career and was just like, "All right,
Yeah.
got to go back to football. Got to go back and make some money here."
Oh, that was harder than I thought.
Sure was.
You can't go into music. Music is too. It is still somewhat of a meritocracy. Like obviously, there's lots of nepo and a lot of dog shit gets through. But you can't just be famous in another thing and
Yeah.
go into music. But what he should have done is been like, I'm going to be an actor now because fuck
Also,
it, I'll be an actor
does
now.
he owe alimony payments to Kelsey Plum?
Who?
Waller? Wasn't he married to her?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
I assume he has more money than she does.
Yeah.
But if he'd just been an actor and been like, I'm going to go be, I'm a big dude. I'm going to go play like just a security guard or like an operator in some Jack Carr show on Amazon or something like that. He could have done that immediately.
Yes.
But you can't rap. You're not getting into music immediately. Nobody wants to listen to that.
No, forgive me. I'm seeing your Wimbledon screen there. Did somebody just quit?
Yeah, Sinner was down 2 sets to love, and then Dimitrov got fucking hurt and retired, so now Sinner gets to advance.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Sinner was getting worked,
Bitch.
and Dimitrov, I think he like tore a pec or something.
That's exactly what it looked like.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Wow.
So now Sinner gets to go through probably.
Wow. That is a shocker.
Yeah, he was losing. Like he was
Bad.
gonna lose. He was gonna lose this match.
Fuck.
Maybe that's the key to winning tennis matches. Hurt your opponent.
Yeah, her,
Well, he used the steroid allegations. So,
he beat him.
yeah.
So now we'll probably get Sinner versus an American in the next round. Our best hope to even remotely get a
Our best and brightest boy.
Yeah.
Ben Shelton, Florida man.
He is a Florida man.
God,
Yeah.
he keeps
Has he
going
lost a set yet?
No, yeah, he's lost a lot. He keeps going to 5 sets now.
No.
The last
He
two
has not.
matches.
He has not dropped a set in this tournament.
Yeah, he's on fire.
No.
Yeah, Ben Shelton has won his
I think
straight
you're
sets.
thinking of another American.
Yeah, it might be Fritz.
It's the light-skinned black guy, right?
Yeah, Ben Shelton hasn't lost
Yeah.
a set this Wimbledon.
No, he's lost a set today.
Today was his first set drop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was saying it's
Yeah,
like, that one's on my screen. And I was like, okay.
He dropped a set finally today.
Just so I'm not tripping.
Yeah, he's
All
lost one set in the entire tournament.
Gotcha. But he's looked good otherwise. He bitched about the darkness the other night. I think he was correct on that. But yeah.
They made him come out the next day and play 1 minute.
1 minute.
To close out the match.
Yep.
It was fucking insane.
Yep.
He literally went to the ref, too. I love this dude. He's such a baller. He literally went to the ref the night before. He goes, I need 1 minute. I can finish this match in 1 minute. Just let me finish it.
Yep.
And the ref was like, no, sorry, can't do it.
And there was plenty of sunlight, by the way.
Yeah.
Joker just advanced as well, so he's on to the next rounds. And Iga, I told you Iga would win this whole thing on the girls' side. She advanced, so she's looking good there as far as Wimbledon goes. Did anyone watch the primetime game last night for USA versus Mexico in men's soccer?
No, the men's soccer team can certainly earn my viewership.
Yep.
But they have not.
Pulisic isn't even playing.
No.
A bunch of dudes didn't play.
No.
I
We
don't
got
know.
some dude from like Real Salt Lake.
Yeah.
That's our main guy.
Did we talk about this on one of our shows the other day? Like, there is drama in Team USA land right now.
There is.
Between the vets,
Can you explain this to the audience? Because I was trying to tell my wife and kids last night, because we all sat down and watched it. We had the USA socks on and bandanas and all that other shit.
They scored off a flop, right? To take the lead.
There was a handball they didn't call.
It's not. Well, that handball was so blatant. It was
Yeah.
disgusting inside the box. It
Yep.
should have been a penalty shot.
Yep.
But tell everybody why the great players aren't playing on this team.
A lot of them are like claiming, injuries, or not like injury, but like rest. You know
Just
what I mean?
tired.
Yeah, like essentially load management, I guess you could
Because they're playing
say.
over in Europe.
So there's
Yeah, because
guys.
Pulisic is playing minutes that matter.
Yeah.
He's not playing in the MLS.
But here's the thing: he's not playing minutes that matter. So according to all the USA guys, Landon Donovan, Tim Howard, Clint Dempsey, they're all podcasting now. Obviously, they got nothing else to do.
Have you seen Donovan's hair recently?
Yes.
What hair?
Atrocious.
Yes.
Oh my God, he's
Dude,
so bald.
come home. Time to shave the head.
Yeah,
He won't do it.
it's time to let it go.
He tried to get a hair transplant and he got caught live
Did
on
you
air.
go to Turkey?
No, he got caught live on air, and it was he still had the mark on his head.
Whatever.
And he had to admit it live on air because he got busted, and it was trending #1 on social media. But yeah, why aren't these guys playing for our country?
They're claiming load management, but as the USA players, the ex-USA players
It's the Gold
point out,
Cup. Who cares?
Pulisic, for example, his minutes on that European team didn't matter. They were playing for nothing. Like, they were out. They were out of everything. They weren't playing for Champions League. They weren't even playing for their own league title. He just played meaningless games for his European club.
Doesn't he play for Milan?
I believe so, yeah. And then there was another really good American player who also played meaningless minutes for his club after claiming he needed to rest and do load management or whatever. So a lot of these guys are just not putting a ton of priority on Team USA right now. They're putting it on their pro careers, which to an extent, fair enough, I suppose. But at the same time, that's all Americans care about.
We also get an auto bid
We do.
to the World Cup. So,
We're in. We're in for next year.
We will not make it out of group play. There's no way, right?
Depends on the group, I suppose.
If Pulisic plays, yes. But here's the thing: you still need some team chemistry,
Right.
And they're not developing in.
Yeah.
I watched the entire game last night with my kids. The kids play soccer, and it was awful to watch. I mean, the passes were horrible. The coaching was terrible. It is a fucking awful team. Mexico isn't very good at all.
no.
No, they're not. And essentially, not the last, but in the peak, Donovan, Dempsey, Howard era, we didn't really have that many players or any players that were amazing. Essentially, Howard and Dempsey and Donovan got cups of coffee and EPL and stuff.
Now,
like
Donovan
that.
was a pretty regular play for Everton for a bit,
Yeah.
but Everton isn't exactly Man City.
He
or
was
anything.
never that great.
But Howard was a
all right.
goalie.
Howard was a great goalie.
Yeah, Howard-
But that team punched above its weight. 'cause
They're
those
gritty
guys
as hell.
Yeah.
Gave a fuck about Team USA. They really. That's why they had trip ups against Ghana and shit like that. But they always punched above their weight. The reason they always threatened for Final 8, Final 16, or whatever. The reason they got out of group stage all the time is because they cared about USA soccer and they wanted to win when they were wearing the national uniform. And their whole point is that these guys are clearly oh, it's just another thing I do.
Sure.
And they are more concerned with their European careers.
Do we have
but
any horses coming?
There's other than college football, and maybe commensurate with soccer at any level, the coach really fucking matters. The head coach matters because they set the entire strategy for the game. They set the positions, everything, right?
Yeah.
So depending on what kind of set you're running, you have to have the right people in place. You have to have the right people in place in the right set doing the right strategy to even be competitive in a professional soccer game. And forget about winning or not. Like, just to keep it 0-0, you have to do that stuff. And when's the last time the U.S. had a good coach? I don't think we've ever had a good coach.
Jurgen was maybe the best because like the
I
dude who
guess.
replaced him, Bradley,
Yes.
was it Bradley?
Yeah, Michael Bradley's dad.
We gotta
He was
get back
awful.
to.
he was terrible.
He was-
and we had that German guy after that. He was a fucking dummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta be gritty and tough. We gotta be the Broad Street bullies of soccer.
It's the only way we can get any type of glory in that sport because
Well-
it's not going to be on talent.
Stab somebody.
I
yeah,
asked
just beat the fuck out of these Europeans.
because there's
Physically.
there's really good premier teams here in Texas for kids, right? And so I asked the head of the program, and I said, "Why does the U.S. men's team suck? I don't really get it." And he goes, "Because there's too much politics behind the scenes with parents and kids and all that other shit." So he goes, "You're not really getting the best talents around the nation because parents are politicking their way up through the system."
Yeah.
And he goes, "If it was just an open tryout with the entire nation, yeah, you could pick the best people, but
I don't think that you would ever see that though. Because there's no.
I agree.
Like you have to play in Europe to make money.
Yep.
That's the first part, right? So
Yep.
you have to leave home to go to make money. You're not making any money in the MLS, and a kid that's especially like 5'7" to 6 foot tall. You can play baseball and you can play soccer. Probably not making it at football. Definitely not making it at basketball.
No.
Right.
Yep.
So those kids in that range are all going to play baseball or hockey or something like that.
Also,
right? They're not like there's no money to be made in soccer. You fucking. This isn't a great example because he signed I guess let's do Altuve and not Alves for this case. Jose Altuve is 5'6", right? And he is a Hall of Famer, and he has made hundreds of millions of dollars, or will have by the end of his career.
Yeah.
There's so much money in soccer if you're good.
If you're in Europe,
but overseas, not
Yeah.
here, not here.
There's so
yeah.
much
Which,
money in
to be
soccer.
fair, Altuve,
Pulisic is making a shit ton overseas.
yeah, Altuve had to come here to make his money too. So fair comparison there, but this is. I don't think that U.S. soccer will ever be able to attract the best athletes, and I'm not sure. Like, I haven't seen people that are
It's a retirement
like.
league.
To be honest, the people that we say should go do these other sports, like fucking professional dodgeball and stupid shit like that, like the 6 foot to 6'3" dudes who just couldn't make the NBA would be elite strikers in soccer if they had just done it.
Right.
Right. But I don't know how you create that pipeline without success first. That's a problem. There's no chicken or egg debate when it comes to athletic performance and recruiting. You have to succeed first.
Well, here's another thing
Right.
too with that, and now
You
it's
see it with
actually
colleges too, right?
it's
Like
gonna
college
be
football?
Even worse because now there's money to be made in like college football.
Oh, yeah.
And NIL.
Yep.
Where because
you can get rich without ever going pro.
Yep, and the thing with soccer too is there are actually probably almost as many soccer scholarships in the United States in college as there are football scholarships.
Yeah.
Commensurate with the amount of people on a roster,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
100%, yes.
Yeah, like
Yep.
there are a lot of soccer scholarships to be had.
Yeah. I
And-
think there's like 82 in football, but they have a huge roster,
Right,
right?
right.
Plus the practice squad and all that bullshit. But
you-
soccer's got to be like 25,
You ain't gonna
which
make
is the entire
any
team.
NIL money in fucking college soccer.
Maybe. All it takes is one dude to make it cool, right? Nobody's head looked like fucking wet broccoli until Pat Mahomes, and now every stupid 15-year-old I see has that haircut.
Not-
And
Imagine
not
how
just
much
them.
money Freddie Adu would have made.
Yeah.
well, if he had been any good, I
Hey,
mean,
Yeah.
my
Well,
kids
in
have that
college.
fucking haircut. It's
I
called
know,
the Mahomes.
it's everybody, yeah.
And they all want it, dude. It's shaved on the sides, and it's my kids. They ask for the Mahomes.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
All I'm saying is, like, you see it in college sports, basketball and football. I don't know about baseball that much. I don't really track recruiting over there. But for football, SMU had a good year this year. I guarantee you the recruiting classes the next 2 or 3 years are going to be great.
We just need the SEC to care about soccer now.
More or less.
You need, like, a famous person to take it up.
The
Look what
sport
happened.
goes as the SEC.
Look at what happened with fucking Wrexham. 2 dipshits that don't even know anything about soccer.
Yep.
To be fair, right? Like, Mac is a huge Eagles fan. He doesn't give
Yeah.
a fuck about soccer until all he does now. I don't know what Ryan Reynolds is Canadian, so what is he like? Fucking kissing dudes. So it's like all you need, like a combination of it's great branding is what it is. You need
Yes.
a combination of a spokesperson out there, an exciting or player or multiple players or a team that's super exciting or something like that. Look at the WNBA. You just needed one player that people gave a fuck about. That's all you needed.
I think it is trickle down, though. Like, it's just going to have to be the MLS is going to have to take a step up. And then everything else trickles down from that.
But the numbers are doing well. Like these cities for the MLS, like
it's a fun watch.
It is,
but the numbers are also doing well because it costs $20 to go to a professional game.
Yeah,
right.
It costs a little bit more to go to fucking Austin FC.
Well,
Austin's
and they have a
fucking
shitty
retarded.
team, dude.
Their team
Austin
dude. It's a gross product. Have you been?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
good.
not good.
No, it's the worst team I've ever seen in my life.
It's not good.
They don't even score. I've been to
They
3
don't.
games. They've never
They're
scored a goal.
a defensive team.
I know, it's weird, man. And they
sucks
fired every
ass.
coach. Beautiful stadium. However, not putting a dome on it was a mistake
Also,
because you play in the middle of the summer.
Their fan club is like Antifa.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah. It's very strange. However, ticket sales are still great there. If you want lowers, they're $150 a piece. I mean, it's fucking expensive at Austin FC. It's weird.
Food's good.
Food is great.
Food's great.
Yeah, isn't there like a little
great.
barbecue there
Oh,
or
yeah.
something?
There's
Every Austin spot's there, I think.
Valentino's.
Yeah.
Valentina's, that's it, yeah.
is there. But, I don't know what you do with that. It's an interesting one. And watching that last night was very disappointing.
Those programs
It's not a
that
priority.
the programs that the sports leagues have run over the years don't do shit. Like that RBI program, are there more black people in baseball now than there were 25 years ago? No. Not even close. It's actually probably less now because most of the black people that are in baseball now are from the fucking Dominican Republic or Venezuela.
I will say this. I was struck by how many black players there were in the College World Series.
Yeah, but that's like we're well outside of this margin now, right?
Yeah.
Why are you
Just from
noticing
the
that?
the impact of
I'm racist.
RBI. That RBI program was I don't remember what it stood for, but it was like inner city baseball, basically, right? It just doesn't work.
It's not cool for black kids. That's why.
Yeah.
The other thing is,
basketball is cool.
if you can
baseball
make
is-
soccer cool for black kids,
Yep.
like have LeBron buy an MLS team or give it to him for fucking free. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Give him a franchise for free.
I thought was he not part owner of the Miami team?
No, he's
No.
part owner of Man United.
Okay.
Through that Fenway
Sports Group.
Sports
Correct,
Group,
yeah.
Baseball's
So-
still too expensive, though, by the way.
Yeah. Soccer's cheap though, right?
Soccer
You need cleats and
should
fucking shin
theoretically
pads.
be cheap because the rest of the world plays it with like rocks and shit.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we
Not
kind
here,
of
though.
like
You gotta travel here.
outprice a lot of our population because
We
like,
did. We
I mean,
brought a
think
lot
of
of
all
people.
the amount of money you spend on just
Travel
travel
and,
soccer.
yeah,
Yeah,
And
it
that's,
sucks.
by the way, that's why
Sucks.
basketball's falling behind the rest of the world.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
those kids are getting priced out too.
Yep.
You're losing a lot of inner city
Yeah.
kids, and you're just getting middle and upper class black
I'm telling
kids.
you, let a couple of rich black dudes just give them the teams. Give Magic Johnson one. He's like owning sports teams. Give fucking LeBron one.
Yeah.
In different cities. Let them start a rivalry with each other, with the two teams. And in 5 years, black kids will be playing soccer. That's what it takes. But nobody's going to do that shit for some reason. I don't know why.
They still have to deal with the politics of parents getting their
Correct.
stuff on, which is why
Yep.
Brazil has an advantage because all those players are orphans.
Yeah.
There's no
Or child soldiers.
Yeah,
which
yeah, yeah.
Is there an effective difference? I guess I don't know.
Well, they steal them from the favelas.
Yeah, it's City of God shit.
Love that City of God shits. Breaking news here: the Pacers have confirmed Tyrese Halliburton, will not play the entire next season.
Good.
Yeah, I'll see
Sit
him
it
in the
out,
NBA
man.
Finals in 30 years. That's how it goes.
As a coach?
That was their year. That was it.
They'll never be back.
No.
Well, it didn't have to be like that, to be honest. They could have, but they got rid of Miles Turner as well, right?
Yeah.
Nah.
Look.
And then the Celtics have dumped everybody too.
You know who's
Yeah.
been picking up everybody? Your boy's been having a little off season.
the Hawks.
The Hawks have been making moves because they
They
realize
see a window.
yeah,
do.
there it is. It's a wide open window.
Then the Hawks have taken advantage of it. They're buying everybody in the East, and there's nobody left because they realize Tatum's out for the entire year.
Can't leave a window open in
Halliburton's out
Atlanta.
for the entire year. Sixers are done. So yeah.
Yeah, we're toast.
Bucks
Here
are
it is.
probably mid.
The Hawks.
Well,
the
Bucks
Haw-
will be okay.
the
See
Haw-
what happens
the-
with
Yeah,
Giannis.
we'll see what happens with.
They
he's gonna stay.
cut Dame Lillard, which was
Yeah.
a shocker to me.
Well,
No, he had to.
come on.
A full cut though.
Yeah, they're going to pay him
no
20.
trade.
They're going to pay him 23 mil and let him recoup. They may re-sign him.
What the fuck are you
after
going to get
this
for
year. Who
Dame
knows?
Lillard? Off a torn Achilles.
That's
Yeah.
nuts, man.
So the Hawks, I don't know what their second line looks like, but their first line is long and pretty much everybody can shoot.
Yep.
They have Porzingis at the 4,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, this one's gonna
It'll
be
be very interesting.
jerking off to the Hawks all winter.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think they should run it like those early 2000s Detroit teams. Just let Trae Young shoot everything
I
and let
agree.
those guys rebound
I
all
agree.
day.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Why
Trae Young
not?
should be taking fucking logo shots and
Yep.
letting everybody else.
And then
clean glass.
By the way, doesn't it appear as if
Yes.
that's the strategy?
yeah,
Like,
they've loaded up with shooters and they've got length aside from Trae Young.
It's
who's tiny,
fine.
but
My Magic are going to take the leap next year.
gross.
It's going to be the Magic and the Hawks in the Eastern Conference
Well,
Finals.
Cavs.
I don't like that team.
The Cavs are going to be there.
Nah, Magic will muscle the Cavs out in the second round.
The question is, though, and there was a lot of speculation about this over the weekend, is LeBron opted into a $54 million deal.
Doing the
God.
Kobe route.
Which
Everybody-
is, no.
The Hawks, everybody is 30% or higher, even the center from 3.
Yes.
And Porzingis and fucking Turner are 40%.
Oh, yeah.
And they have, like, the only short guy on the roster, or not roster, but the only short guy in the lineup is Trae Young.
That's it.
Everybody else is 6'7" or
Also,
taller.
your boy Quinn Snyder's there.
Oh, I love him.
Cocaine Quinn.
I love cocaine.
You think he
Quinn,
does
dude.
cocaine?
Yes.
Are you kidding? Oh, that's why he got fired from Mizzou.
That's why he got fired.
You can't do that in Utah.
No, that's why he got
Mizzou.
fired from Mizzou.
I know, I'm just
Mizzou,
saying.
yeah.
Was
That's
he,
probably why he got clipped in Utah.
Was he
too.
getting it from
Yeah.
Matty Mock?
Not the same. Matty Mock was, I believe, like 9. So I can't rule it out, but probably not.
He's probably still
Send him
hanging
our
around
way.
town.
That,
Yeah.
would, that would clean out the sinuses here. Jesus Christ. But yeah, the Hawks have made a lot of moves. I can't get too excited because, let's face it, we've never won a championship. So
That's not true. St. Louis Hawks, baby.
Did not
Took
count.
that NBA championship.
It was not in Atlanta, so I do not count that. I will never count that. I will not count Joe Burrow as an Ohio State Buckeye either. So
Why would you?
I mean, that's stupid. What, the St. Louis?
No, Joe Burrow.
Oh, because he graduated there.
No.
Yeah, he fully graduated and got a college degree, which is
Ohio
gnarly.
State, yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's gnarly, dude. The fact that he's that smart that he graduated in 3.5 years is fucking crazy too. But
Does that make somebody smart?
I graduated in 3.5 years. I'm
it
not
it
smart.
is?
Yeah,
but-
he's a fucking retard,
I know,
man.
I know. Did you really?
Yeah, because I took a semester off.
Oh,
So I still graduated on time.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I graduated in 2.5.
Did you?
But I did school year round.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Not every university will allow you to do that.
NYU, I doubled up, and that was
Yeah.
rough, man. I was in school for 9 hours a day.
I
Jesus
wasn't
Christ.
double. I did do 18 hours one semester, which is a
God,
lot.
fuck, damn,
but I did
dude.
like
Yeah, that's what I did at NYU. It was
But I didn't
tough.
have anything else to do. The army,
I didn't either.
The army was
Yeah,
paying me to go
yeah,
to school.
I
I'm like,
agree.
fuck yeah, dude, let's
I
do this.
did the same
I could
thing.
read all day. What the
Yeah.
fuck? Yeah. Anyways,
I did the same thing because I was like, what the fuck else?
if
am I
you got
doing
nothing
here?
else to do, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
The alternative was to go to school some and then go get fucked up with my buddies. I was like, I just got out of the army. It's like I've been doing that for 5 years. Dude.
I guess I technically graduated in 3 years because I took I had a 40-hour-a-week internship.
I don't know how. So the problem with that is always getting the core classes because they always fucking book them weird.
Correct.
Right.
And I couldn't get proper spacing, so
Yeah.
like it was tough.
I think they have an algorithm for it. I'm not kidding. I think it's like when
They want you to stay longer to pay tuition.
You start out on your trajectory, even if you change after sophomore. You start off in your trajectory. I think that class that you start with, they fuck around with the 3rd and 4th year classes.
Gotta take it at a
I
certain
sincerely
time.
believe
Well,
that's happening.
It's also the professor just being like, I'm only going to do it at this time. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I have tenure.
Back to LeBron though. Over the weekend, there was speculation that he could leave.
Yeah.
He was in New York.
Yeah, why not?
Potentially
I mean,
for a meeting.
he was second team All NBA. He's one of the best, probably 10 players in the NBA right now, statistically speaking.
Still.
But who would take him, and what would they have to give up? And then what do you tell Luka? Right? You just brought Luka over, and it's like, okay, the second best player on the team is now Austin Reeves.
That wouldn't be the case. And also, Luka's there for the long haul.
He is for the long haul,
Yeah.
but nobody wants to go through a fucking rebuild after you just got traded to a new team.
But you would get some great pieces for LeBron.
Maybe.
I don't know if you
For,
would.
for an expiring 42-year-old, not his life, his contract, obviously.
well, maybe his life, too.
Yeah,
No, we don't know.
We
You
don't
You know,
know.
not every day is guaranteed.
Yeah,
It
but
sure
like,
isn't.
I mean, I think you're not getting a lottery pick for him. I would not trade a lottery pick for him. Why would you? Unless it was like 5 or 6 years from now and you know it was irrelevant. But how does that help the Lakers keep Luka happy for the next 4 or 5
Right.
years? You know what I mean?
Right.
They
Especially in
need
that
shit
conference.
now.
Yeah.
So maybe they trade him and sign Giannis or trade for him or whatever. Right? That would make sense. But you have to return a superstar to that organization to get him or to give him up. In my opinion, like you can't fucking leave. You cannot win in the NBA without multiple superstars unless you're fucking Giannis in that 1 year. That's
Yeah.
the only time it's worked.
Yeah.
Right. So if you do that, Luka you're letting Luka know that you don't give a shit about winning for the next couple of years. And the guy already has problems with motivation. So it's not a good recipe, I don't think.
So the Raptors.
Yeah, because this Durant trade.
No, the Raptors had superstars. What are you talking about?
And Kawhi.
They had Kawhi Leonard, and they
But
had
that was
no.
Siakam?
Siakam was a great role player, but they had what's his name, Van Vliet.
He's not a superstar.
He scored 24 points a game in the
doesn't
finals.
matter.
Yeah, it does
He's not
matter,
a
motherfucker.
superstar.
Your Fred Van Vliet is not a fucking superstar.
He scored 24 points in the finals.
There's like 15, 20 superstars. Fred VanVleet is not one.
No.
of those people.
He was in that series.
He was in that series. He had the greatest year
Sure,
of his
but
life.
like Giannis also had Middleton. Is he a superstar?
Yeah, he was
He's
that year.
better
yeah.
than Fred.
Yeah, he scored 22 a game, I think, in that series.
But like, if we're gonna give it to Giannis, you got to give it to Kawhi.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, Kawhi is great.
Yeah.
Kawhi's,
Yeah, Kawhi was at the time definitely a top fucking 10 player in the league.
Yeah.
anytime
On both
he
ends
plays,
of the fucking court,
he's
too.
great.
Yeah.
But this Durant trade, which I was unfamiliar with because it just got executed because they couldn't do it until today, it was the first ever 7-team trade. So it took 7 teams to get this done. I would imagine if LeBron chooses to go elsewhere because he says, I want to have a meaningful run for the next 1 to 2 years of my life at an actual title here, it would have to involve something like this.
Send them to Memphis.
Gross. Gross. But here was the final deal here. Rockets, Atlanta, Brooklyn, Golden State, Lakers, Minnesota, Phoenix. Those were all involved in that one singular trade, which is fucking nuts to me.
There's just too much money and too much shit to move around now. It's hard to do a simple
Got to
trade.
do the math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to make sure it works in the trade machine.
Very
on ESPN.
rarely do you just trade Luka for Anthony Davis anymore.
Do you like Kevin Durant?
No.
I don't. He's always been a fucking cancer to me.
I don't dislike him though.
No.
I'm pretty apathetic towards Kevin Durant.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. And just kind of see him, and I'm like, yeah, he's great, whatever.
I liked when he used to tweet about drinking Scarlett Johansson's bathwater.
I mean, he's a Hall of Fame tweeter.
Yeah.
Like, first
That
ballot.
was before the burners.
Yeah.
To
Well, was
me,
it?
though, it's one of those things where he's been a cancer everywhere he's gone, and
He's got 2 rings.
He's on his 7th team now.
Wait, who you talking about, Kawhi?
No, Kevin Durant.
Oh, Kevin Durant. Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 rings with the best team that was ever assembled.
He was the
Yeah.
MVP.
Draymond did say, literally the other day on a podcast, Draymond was like, people talk shit on him for that, but he was like, I don't know that we would have won another ring if Kevin Durant didn't come over.
Yeah.
Maybe, but
Sometimes you need a mercenary.
Yeah.
he's a fuck. Like, because I posted this, as you said, no, thank you, Phoenix, and everything else. You're a part of my journey and all that other bullshit.
He is incredibly lame because he had the best nickname of all time, and he denied it.
What, Durantula?
No.
Slim Reaper.
Slim Reaper,
Slim Reaper, yeah. Who's the leader of this team?
Who?
This Houston Rockets team? Because
I agree.
Fred
I
Van Vliet
agree.
is still playing pretty well. He's a superstar, as I said before.
Yeah.
But no, he's scoring, what, like 15, 16 a game? Something like
Yeah,
that?
15 game.
You got-
Amen Thompson was was first team All NBA defense. At 23 years old, which is fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
Especially as a shooting guard, that you're early in your career to be that good. Eason's good. Durant obviously is a great basketball player, but not a leader. We've seen that
Yeah.
many, many times. And then Sengun is he's might be the best center in the game right now, right?
Yeah.
2-way. Like he got fucked up a little bit by Oklahoma City. Chet bumped him around a little bit, right? But as far he's young as shit too. As far as young guys go, it's probably those two, right? That are the best 5s.
Yeah.
At least young guys. Who else would you say is a better 5 that's, like, say, 26 or younger?
No, I was just going to say in general. Just like Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic.
Yeah.
But is Jokic a center? He's like a point forward, right?
He plays center. He's
he's a
listed as
center.
center.
But he's like a high post pass center.
Well,
I
there's
don't-
it's positionless basketball, man.
It really
guess
is
it's true,
dude.
yeah.
Also,
But
I'm
who's-
just not going
But
to
the
give
guy,
up on Embiid.
the players are good. I think Jabari Smith Jr. adds a lot. Steven Adams plays
It's like Adams and Van Fleet are the two leaders.
they're the leaders. So
Yeah.
are those guys going to be leaders of an NBA championship team? Probably not, right? I mean, Van Vliet was kind of the emotional leader with Siakam
He was.
in Toronto.
Yeah.
And I mean,
So maybe
dude,
they pull
was
it off.
shit-
Because
was-
Kawhi doesn't talk.
But I don't think Durant has the motivation on defense that he has at Golden State if Draymond and Steph are not in his ass all the time.
I agree.
Right? And those are the 2 best years of basketball he played if you count both ends of the court.
Yeah.
It's like he hasn't ever shown that he's capable of self-motivating like that, to be a great teammate, right? To win basketball games, not just to play. Remember against the Warriors, actually, the year before they got him, down the stretch, Klay Thompson went off, scored like 27 in a quarter or whatever.
Yeah.
Come back, I think it was game 5 or it was game 6, and then they came back and won game 7 too. Kevin Durant passed out of a game-winning shot going down the stretch. What the fuck is that?
I mean, and honestly, it's all just it doesn't even matter because they're not going to beat some combination of fucking Denver, Oklahoma City,
Yeah.
even Minnesota.
If
maybe?
those
Like,
teams
it's-
are healthy, it's going to be rough.
Yeah, like it's
for them,
a
yeah.
brutal conference.
Yeah, I don't understand the move. Like, certainly Durant probably had a no trade clause, right? You would think a guy like that.
Yeah.
Why stay in the West?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
He wanted to go to Houston.
Because there's still a possibility that Giannis leaves for the West. To be honest, like we don't know what's going
Right.
to happen there. Why would you not go to the East?
He wanted to be in Houston. That was his destination for some reason.
Where's he? He's
a Texas kid, I
He's a
believe.
Texas kid, so I get it.
Maybe.
But oh man, that
Maybe.
sucks.
Either way, we appreciate you tuning in. I don't know how McAfee does this 3 hours a day during this time of year. Or does he just take the summers off? Like, holy Christ, man. Not a lot of sports going on here. Major League Baseball, though, has been a blast to
How did
watch.
Cowherd do this?
I know.
Cowherd would do this by himself.
For 3 hours a day?
Yeah, they get commercial breaks every 20 minutes.
But still.
He did like 5 hours a day.
What sport is interesting enough today? What are you watching tonight?
I mean, to be
Major
honest,
League Baseball?
Baseball,
yeah,
that's
but
it.
basketball is more exciting right now than it is when it's on.
It is true.
know what I
I don't.
mean?
I don't watch the regular season of NBA, but I pay attention to the trades.
I'm
Yeah.
having a good time with this baseball season. How about you guys?
I am. I love baseball.
Mm.
Baseball's back
Rob,
in
you
my
having
opinion.
you having a good time with baseball?
You know,
Braves.
The
Marlins
Braves
just
suck.
passed you.
yeah, it's America's pastime.
Yeah, the Braves are terrible, but I have been enjoying watching, like jumping in on games with Detroit, watching Skubal pitch. It somehow has gotten better from his Cy Young winning season last year.
Yeah.
Skeens is 4-7
Skeens,
with
oh
a
my God.
1.92 ERA.
Skeens is throwing a 98, 99 straight four-seamer, along with a 94, 95 two-seamer that comes out of the same arm slot. And the two-seamer has like 18 inches of run. What the fuck are you supposed to do with that?
Can't win with them.
No.
No, if you
want
can't win with him, you should just go
Don't
ahead
want
and blow it up.
Loser.
End the franchise.
Yes.
Really,
I
I feel
do
like
want
the,
those
the low-key biggest story is that the Astros are still
Back.
a fucking powerhouse.
Hey.
Astros are back.
Oh,
They
did you
just
see
swept the
Oral
Dodgers.
Hershiser talking shit?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oral Hershiser said they're hitting these off-speed pitches so well, it's almost like they know they're coming.
Yeah.
Like, all right, Oral.
Hey, so I was at a game with my kid after the camp.
Mm-hmm.
I took him to a game, and they scored 11 runs in 3 innings. I mean,
They're
it
fucking
was
loaded. And they just keep being like, I don't care if you leave. Alex Bregman, whatever.
Yeah.
Kyle Tucker, whatever.
Wait, isn't what's his nuts
I don't
hurt
like
right
Kyle
now?
Tucker.
A bunch of people are hurt.
Jordan Alvarez is
Jordan
not even
Alvarez is
playing
hurt.
right now.
Yeah.
What the
Plug
fuck?
and play.
Wild.
By the
It
way,
is.
another like Cal Raleigh had anher home run. He's at 35
We need
now.
the Blue Jays
He's on
to
pace for
calm down,
63
though.
right now as a catcher.
fucking weird.
I
man.
don't need a Canadian team to win a division.
A catcher's never even hit 50 home runs.
No.
Sally
Something-
Perez has
something is going on.
48. What, 2 years ago, I think?
Yeah, he was
48?
close. And then I think Javi Lopez was in the 40s one year.
Yeah.
In 03.
Juice to the gills.
He is taking
Oh,
more
yeah.
than first form. That's all I.
Talking about Javi Lopez?
talking
Yeah.
about Cal.
Oh,
yes.
no, Cal Raleigh? No.
He's not
Maybe.
juiced. Javi
They-
was definitely.
Because he got off to such a hot start, though, I would not be shocked if in August and September he sees juice baseballs because we've seen that before, allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
With-
Find out.
with Judge, Acuna, some others.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's science
Allegedly.
now that
Acuna is in the home run derby, by the way.
yeah.
you can just
hype for
take
that.
steroids and get muscle mass without working out.
That's it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the future, baby.
Let's go. Let's biohack everything. I love it. Bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles your first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get into that live casino. That's a blast right now. Wimbledon's going on right now. And then you can already bet on the futures for college football and NFL as well. Spreads are up for week 1 for both sports. Join us for Fake News. We'll be live here in about 5 minutes over on Patreon. Huge stories to cover over there, and that's going to be a banger of a show. And if you want some meats, take advantage of that 4th of July sale that's up on omahasteaks.com/Drinkin' Bros. 50% off site-wide. Promo code Drinkin' Bros going to get you an extra $45 off. For D'Anthony, Hollaway, Delco Dan, Hot Bob, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Monday Morning